Okay, perfect. I am Caitlin McDaniel. I am with Pride on Instagram and Gayety. It's so great to chat with you today about all things The Girl in the Woods. So thank you for taking the time.
Yes.
So just to start off, I wanted to ask you what brought you to this project? I mean, why did you want to be involved with The Girl in the Woods?
I was so obsessed with this material when it came to me. I felt like it was a little bit of like all the things that I've done or all the things that I like all in one project. I love a badass female lead. I love a cult. I love the setting that we have in the colony. I love a small town. Like I'm from a small town. I felt a connection to this material because it felt similar to where I'm from. I love a coming of age. It felt like it had a real rock and roll feel to it. And then you add the monsters and the horror and the suspense and the mystery and all of that. It just felt like so fun and an opportunity for me to direct something that was a little larger than life. I think whenever there's a creative opportunity to take a big swing, that's something that I like.
And this is only your second time directing a big project, right? This is your
Yeah.
second.
Yep.
So, what has been your favorite part about taking on this role?
I have been on set myself for so many years, picking up things along the way, and kind of understanding the macro of the job and how productions work, and I love it. I love storytelling. I love character development, and getting to direct and be a part of all of these like big decisions and having a vision and bringing it to life is so fun. It's like there's really not a better job.
So you're working with, three amazing team members here that play Carrie, Nolan, and Tasha. And I love their interesting dynamic on the show. And just, they also are bringing queer representation to the screen, which we love to see. So what was it like working with this cast and helping to bring these characters to life?
It was really exciting, the representation and the inclusiveness of the show in front of the camera and behind, and the LGBTQ plus stories are front and center on this, and everybody felt really excited by that. We have a very diverse cast, and a very diverse crew and team of creatives. So there was something that we felt very energized by that and very excited by that. And we took every opportunity to flip stereotypes on their head. I mean, if there was a scene that said, there are women in the kitchen. It's like, you know what? Maybe let's not put women in the kitchen. Let's put some men in the kitchen. Why not? And, it says like there are moms with their toddlers. Let's throw in a couple male caretakers. Let's any opportunity we had to change how you would think, was just something we had a lot of fun with and took really seriously and felt excited to even have an opportunity to do that. And it doesn't always happen.
So did you have a favorite day on set or a favorite scene that you liked recreating? I know we can't get too into specifics, but just in a general sense.
Yes, there was a location that we would film at, and in production and pre-production and our scouting locations, all of that, I couldn't get enough of it. We shot at this place in Sandy, Oregon called Camp Nominoo, and it's a kids camp in the wilderness. And there was this beautiful river and bend and a waterfall, and it was my favorite place I've ever been. And it's in the show for a split second, but anytime that we went to that location, I always found some reason why we had to go down there, even though it was like an extra 40-minute walk. And it's like, oh yeah, we're here. Kristen wants to go to the river again. And I would just sit down there, and it worked out that my last day of filming, I got to go there again. And I just sat there in the water for a couple of hours. It was so beautiful.
So the show is full of a lot of mystery and a lot of monsters, but I feel like there's other surprises that are in here. So just a little like sneak peek, what do you think will actually surprise people most besides, seeing monsters in the action?
Yeah, so I think that people, will come for the monsters and like this, but there's a fun, young, like coming of age element that feels very rock and roll and very exciting. So I think you come for the monsters and stay and love the characters.
Absolutely. So just going off of that, I mean, what do you hope the audiences will take away from seeing this show?
I hope that they'll want to see more adventures with our trio of monster hunters, and see how they navigate the next chapter and how, what do they do now that we leave us on a cliffhanger. So I'm hoping we get to do it again, but you never know, that we have lots more story to tell. Fingers crossed.
And can you just give us a little teaser about, what is The Girl in the Woods? What are we going to be seeing? What is the premise of everything?
Yeah, so The Girl in the Woods is about a female badass monster hunter who's grown up in a cult and a colony. And the system around her and her beliefs are kind of coming apart and falling apart at the seams. So she wants out, but she gets pulled back in because duty calls, and she, at her core, is a true hero. So yeah, that's what our show's about.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I had such a fun time, and I hope we get to see more because I'm hooked on this show.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Like this video? Follow us for more.